Hello there, my name is Mr. Smartdonkey. Welcome to the first semi-final Total War Attila tournament thing with
The
Devin.
stakes are higher than ever before,
Oh,
and
yes.
they've been zero previously.
Yes, there's still no stakes there.
We've multiplied zero by 100, so the stake is still zero, but we multiplied it by 100.
Just make sure not to divide by zero. That's a catastrophic
Oh god,
events.
I'm going to divide the stakes by zero in the final. It's going to get chaotic. But anyway, it's Moosey versus OverkillTW. War.
Yep, I'm looking at Overkill, playing as the Saxons, of course, and Moosey's playing as the Geats over on your side.
And we're also playing on the Cobblestone map.
It's a nice map,
not
actually.
only is it not Cobblestone, but this is a sort of plausible setup, because this is in southeast England, and it's the Geats versus the Saxons. So this is not completely off the table as something that could actually happen.
It's a nice map.
Nice.
It looks fairly fair, and it's not a complete plain like that one we saw before. Where
It's
nothing.
not quite totally flat. It's got that hill on Moosey's left side. He's got a hill, so he could go and sit on it if he really felt like it.
Anyway, unit-wise, guess I'll have a look first. I've got a whole bunch of Nordic hurlers over here. We got some a bunch of Saxon Lancers and Nordic Horse Lords on either side. Four total. He's got the Nordic Raid Lead as a general, and then he has a whole bunch of chosen warrior. Well, not a whole bunch, only 5 units, surprisingly, actually, as an infantry line. So a lot of very heavy cavalry.
Yeah, 8 cav units. He's gonna storm.
Indeed. What's Moosey looking like on your side?
Well,
Also, we should note the symmetricality of Overkill's formation is absolutely on point.
That's true, yeah. Moosey doesn't match up in terms of an even-looking formation, because you can see his right cavalry wing, for some reason, isn't on the right of his formation like he did on the left. He's put it behind. So he's basically thrown it out the window. He's also brought a unconventional skirmish line of war dogs who are sitting out in front. So seems like that aggressive deployment of the war dogs means he's thinking he's going to deploy the war dogs against Overkill skirmishers. So I don't know if that's going to work. I've absolutely no idea. But I always love war dogs, so I'm going to assume he's going to win because of that. Actually, no, his formation's too bad. He's not going to win. But anyway, the rest of his formation, he's got pikes on the flanks of his main infantry line, and then the main infantry line itself is just loads of 200 axemen. So all discharged shocky units. No steady units in there. He's the general, maybe? Yeah. It's all the 200 axe charge tactics going on here. And then he's also brought 8 units of cavalry. It's all melee cav and no shock cav. So he's got a less shocking cavalry setup.
Yeah, the Nordic Horse Lords, though, they're excellent attack against cavalry. I'm not sure if... I think these... Yeah, that's the same Nordic Horse Lords, but the Saxon Lancers are probably a lot worse than those.
Yeah, and they're in tier 1, those Saxon Lancers as well.
Indeed, so I've got a feeling the cav fight is pretty well in Moosey's favour over there.
Moosey's got a very, very attack-heavy formation, no ranged, all attack infantry and attack cavalry, and of course war dogs, which aren't a particularly stable unit in terms of maintaining defences. And we've said before that attacking is always a good idea in multiplayer.
Yes, definitely.
So a good setup, just all he needs to do is move his cavalry ring over to the right, and I'd say he's got this. But because he hasn't done that, it's hard to say.
You're off. Well, let's find out.
Let's do it. Oh, hang on, because King of Pergamon's blocking the bloody play button by playing Napoleon Total War. Get off. There we go. Right. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Let's see what they're going to do.
Instant movement from Overkill.
He's walking up right away. And so from Moosey, Moosey's going to order to walk right into the middle of the battlefield. He's rushing up.
Got a massive range advantage. If Overkill will be able to use his slingers against the line of axes, those guys
they'd go down so fast. I want to see this. If he managed to get even like a single volley off, these guys have just no defense against ranged.
It slows them down as well. So yeah, the fact that they're very bad against ranged, and yeah, they would just
But are the dogs just going to keep them skirmishing so they can't fire?
Yeah, I've got to
be the plan here.
Got a feeling Overkill's Moosey's not going to be stupid enough to just walk into a line of 6 hurler units.
Hopefully.
When he's such a
These cavalry just forming up on the flanks. They're ready for a fight. In fact, they're going for a fight over here already. The Lancers in wedge. Is that going to help out? They're sort of being hit on the edge of the wedge.
Yeah,
though.
that wasn't great for him.
Didn't totally work out in terms of the direction. And it looks like all the cav units are just going to face off against each other.
The side looks like Overkill sending his cav in as well. Not sure if Moosey's noticed it yet, but
he's not counter-charging. He might be microing on the other side.
Oh, his units are throwing anyway. They're throwing.
Oh yeah.
He's counting them.
Getting those kills started.
charging.
So it's time to see if our guess that Moosey has a better cav deployment will be true, because neither side has much of a formation advantage. Oh, hang on. Attila, looks like there's horse lords falling back.
I'm surprised by
this. Getting destroyed. Never mind then. The pikes sneaking in. Looks like they're going to help out, but Overkill's going to get out of the way before they arrive, by the looks of things. So they're not going to be too much help.
The side is going to do the same with the pikes, and they're almost there. Looks like Overkill's pulling his unit out over there as well, though.
Yeah, they're going to get out of the way. But of course, pulling a unit out in Attila is a lot like just telling
killing
them to commit suicide.
It's like killing elephants. Oh, the dogs are coming out against one of the hurler units.
Oh, it started. Okay, so the hurlers.
I don't think he's seen it.
So the hurlers are just taking it. How much damage is this going to do? They actually kill them. They're hurling at the dogs. Looks like it's not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, they're dying. They're starting to die now. Not super. It's not like a calf charge, but they're going to die. The thing is, they're not hurling, and I think that's the most important thing.
That's the important part, because now the infantry line is charging forwards while the hurlers are distracted, getting this valuable chance to advance.
It's like calf fights are actually starting to become a little more favourable for Moosey on the other flank.
Looks like, yeah, he's clearing up on that side. The other side, still hard to say. Overkill perhaps with a small advantage.
Hurlers are hurling somewhat. Some of the units are dropping fairly rapidly already.
Oh, those hurlers are going into melee against the 200 axemen. That's got to be a bad move.
Well, perhaps he's
They're going to disappear. He's absorbing the attack, I guess. Yeah, and his main line's falling back.
Which means he needs to put his chosen warriors in there now, because otherwise he's like they could just get another charge after they've
The dogs are rear attacking the hurlers as well.
Wow,
those hurlers are getting obliterated.
Half fight's been completely won by Moosey on the other side.
Overkill has the balance bar advantage.
Does indeed, actually, but it's by a bit.
Why is he so good? I guess, yeah, all of Moosey's axemen are dying pretty rapidly, actually. They're not doing very well in this melee.
I wonder how the cavalry will be able to do it if the entire line falls, if his cavalry might just win that battle for him. Those chosen warriors, they're pretty defendable, though, or pretty defensive. Very, very heavy unit, by the way. It's tier 3 as well.
It looks like, yeah, it's sort of hit and miss here in the centre. Both sides taking extreme losses, just grinding against each other.
Yeah, Nordic Raid Leader's about to get in there, though. That's going to help a lot for Overkill side.
Flank.
Full on in
nice
the Nordic
charge in there.
Heads will be lopped off, surely.
Where's the beheadings? Beheadings? There's a few beheadings going on in there, by the looks of things. It looks good.
Well, that side is entirely dealt with by...
yeah, there's Cav going to come in now. And the dog handler's coming in as a reserve. Surely that's going to turn the battle.
Oh, and on the other side, Overkill's won.
Overkill winning that side.
This is an interesting battle.
He has to leave because of the pikes, but...
Oh, the battle meter has shifted a lot, though, into Moosey's favour now.
Oh, he's starting to gain an advantage. Surely this rear attack by the Cav coming on the other side is going to make a big difference. There's hurlers running in, I guess, to try and distract the Cav. Yeah. Unfortunately, probably going to get killed. Yet they died instantly.
Oh, he's turning around his sword units, I think, though. Oh, maybe not. Looked like they were turning, but...
Looks like he just about got a rear attack. It wasn't a very good charge or anything.
No,
the units got stuck on stuff.
It's a morale debuff. That's something. Looks like the pikes are running back as well, trying to get to those hurlers, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. Generals of both sides in the melee, so if one side loses a general...
yes.
Moosey's general considering leaving.
Indeed, he's not looking to wonder about anymore. Oh, he's leaving indeed.
Oh, here comes a big rear attack, though. Oh, there goes Overkill's general.
Overkill's general, wow, that's surprising.
Moosey's general routed but survived. Overkill's general shatters.
That is really unfortunate.
Looks like that's deciding it now. Because those rear attacks, there's nothing Overkill can do anymore. This Cav just about arriving, but too late. It's already happened.
Indeed. Yeah, it's not looking good for Overkill anymore. That was a close one for a long time, though.
That was very close up until this last second.
Like, they were both winning and losing on different sides of the battlefields. There you go. Pyrrhic victory.
It is. A fair Pyrrhic victory, I say. Yeah, just that cavalry rear attack right then turned it. Yeah. But yeah, if that hadn't happened, that would have been a grind down to the last man.
I wonder if Moosey's general died instead of ran away, if that could have made any difference whatsoever. It probably wouldn't have, but I don't know, because it seemed very unlucky for Overkill that Moosey's general was routing and his one died, even though Moosey's general was much lower than his.
Yeah, he sort of got unlucky, but I guess that's how the general thing works. So you put the general in, it's a gamble.
It really is.
Basically, if you want to use the general in melee.
I like that fight, short and sweet.
That was a good fight. Good fight from both sides.
So that means Moosey is through to the final against who we will find out tomorrow.
Ooh.
And Overkill, we will see him back. There is still the best of 3 to fight for against the loser of the other matchup.
He can fight for 3rd place.
Indeed, and that is also going to be a best of 3. So tomorrow we're going to see the other semi-final between Legends of the War and Malik of Skadi. And after that we're going to see 6 more fights free for like both best of three basically.
Yeah, so the final and third place playoff.
Exactly. Yeah,
Get
plenty more to come as well. So we will find out tomorrow who we will see in the finals and who's going to be fighting for third place.
Interestingly, this battle does mean that dogs trump symmetry in terms of your setup determining your win.
Oh, yeah, you were wondering.
Which I always suspected that dogs might be the trump unit that allows you to be unsymmetrical. So this is another evidence point along those lines. Although Overkill's perfect symmetry and then he lost, I don't know if the theory's falling apart at this stage.
Perhaps, yeah. It was absolutely I mean, there was a few things that weren't quite perfect. The cavalry wasn't quite like blocked up. Basically, they had some like lines that weren't quite the same. But it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. It was
I don't know if the player's actual tactics come into the result at all. It's possible that needs to be taken into account.
Maybe it seems like a really minor thing, really.
I don't see how that would make a difference, so I don't know. Maybe we'll see in the future battles.
Indeed. Let's find out then. Till then,
bye. Have a good one.